Africa, welcome to Let's Chat Africa with me, your host Olivia, and today I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here because the first video of this year was about welcoming you back to Let's Chat Africa, and then resolutions and happiness, and today the topic is the choices we make in life and the chances we blow in case things go wrong. And where do I drive the lessons from that? Yes, to start with, people, when you go to watch movies or when you watch movies, what is it that is what is the aim? Do you really just go for like an outing, or it's just a habit, or it's a hobby, or whatever it is? What is it that you attach watching movies to, and what type of movies do you watch? You can leave a comment in the section and tell me what kind of movies do you enjoy. Like me, this time I watched a movie called I Wanna Dance. Whitney Houston, you know that, and I love Whitney Houston. I've always borrowed words from her songs. One of them is "Learning to Love Yourself" is the greatest love of all, and I love the song, like the whole song. That song nurtured me. It made me believe in having children, and it made me believe in nurturing and raising a child right. Yes, because of that song, the greatest love of all. So the movie I Wanna Dance, when I watched the movie, it was a beautiful movie, but it actually brought out some certain memories. To me, sad memories, I would say. To be precise, sad memories. But what did I learn from this movie? Like I said, when you go to the movies, people, what is it that you're looking out for? What is your inspiration for watching a movie? I know some of you watch adventure, horror, detectives, love stories, name them, yes. But this movie, I was just so excited from the start, from the moment they started like advertising it and all that. So I was so eager to watch the movie because I love Whitney Houston. Who doesn't love Whitney Houston? May her soul rest in peace. Yeah, so when I watched the movie, this is what I learned, the lessons from the movie. One, I learned the roles of parents when it comes to raising children with talent. So what is the role of a parent when it comes to nurturing and raising a child who has talent? What, like for instance, what happens when you discover your child has something unique, has something like a talent? Here in the United States of America, parents are so keen. They take children to different clubs, different places, maybe to push the talent. We've seen celebrities, surprisingly, who have taken their children, who have put their children to follow into their footsteps. We've seen them. I recently saw Beckham's son being signed into soccer or football. So someone will say why, but this is what they think worked for them, and they believe in talent. So this is to us and the African parents, whether you are here in the United States of America or you're in Africa. What does talent mean to you when it comes to your child? I hear a parent that bothers about like a talent, and then I've seen so many. We've seen the Serena Williams. She's training her baby to play tennis. We've seen musicians training their children to sing. We've seen stars, movie stars, taking their children on the set. So talent is really something big that people have learned to appreciate, especially in these countries, in the United States of America. Yes, even back home, we are trying, but I think the percentage is really minimal. I believe we should do harder. So what do we do? What do you do as a parent who has a child that has a talent? How do you nurture that parent? Makes a lot of meaning from the word go. I watched Whitney Houston's mom. This is Sissy Houston. Yeah, wherever she is, she did a good job. She nurtured her daughter. She raised her daughter. When the moment that Whitney said she wanted to sing or she loved singing, she took on the role of raising her, nurturing her as a musician. Not forgetting herself, she was a musician. Yes, she was a musician. So she trained her daughter to become what she is. So just remind you, whatever Whitney was, trust me, behind her there was a great woman, and that was her mother. She did a great job. She trained her. Second lesson, the words or the standards we set for our children in terms of principles, values, the words we use. makes a lot of meaning. It may not make a meaning right now when you're raising a child. For instance, you may tell your child you're a superstar, you're gonna make it, you're a queen, you're beautiful, you're everything, all the beautiful words. You know what parents we do. We always tell our children how they are great. And in the eyes of a parent, every child is bright, every child is beautiful. Yes, it is what it is. But the words we use, I watched the mother, Whitney Houston, teaching Whitney how to sing, and whenever she would feel like she was going off key or she would feel like it's being too much, the mom would come in and encourage her, tell her, no, you can do it, you said you want to do it. And then another thing, she would tell her, music is this, music comes from here, music is like, every song is great. She made her believe that every song is great. It is you, the singer, can make the song great. So these are the things, few things that we learned. And then I remember when Whitney became a star, there are days she would feel like she's not making it, she's not doing it right. And she would recite the same words that the mom taught her. Yes. This means that the words and the standards and the values and the principles we set for the children that we are raising, whether a star, whether a talented child or not, these things, these words, these principles, these values will reflect later in life. The children will use the same words. The children will use the same values when they need them. For instance, when they feel like the world is not making any meaning, when they feel like there is so much darkness, when they feel like the world is not understanding what she's going on, the processes, she will always borrow the words, the ideas, the principles, the standards that the parents, you, the mother, the father set when you're raising this child. And those are the words she will recite. She will always say, my mom said I'm this. My father believed in me. My father said I'm beautiful. I'm a queen. And these are the words that will keep this child going. So what do you learn from this? Even us when we are raising our children, whether you're raising a star or a talented child or none or a normal child, you need to tell your children those kind of words. You need to build a link between you and your child that if things are not working or going the way they're supposed to be and you are not there, she can always remember you, she can always recite you, she can always fall back on the foundation of the parent. So that was so important. And another thing is managing finances. I watched Whitney's dad managing Whitney's finances from day one to the time when the girl said, or Whitney said, Daddy, that's enough. This is something that is so funny, but yes, sometimes parents will manage the children's finances because they are talented, and in life it reaches a time when you feel like you still have to manage the finances. But then this child is saying, yes, I'm a big person now, I've grown up now, I can make my own decisions, hands off. And then the father or the mother, whoever, or the guardian feels like, no way, I'm not letting go. I've been doing this for ages. I can do this. Yes, you've been doing it when she was a child. You've been doing it when she was still young. But now she is grown, excuse me. So you have to let go and let the person manage her finances, unless you know that your child you didn't raise her right to manage the finances, or you didn't raise her right to make decisions, yet she's a star, yet she's whatever it is, whether the child is normal or star or talented. When it comes to the time of letting go, I think you let go and just be in the background guiding. And the last one, guiding a talented child. What is it that you base on to guide a child with a talent, who has made it, who has fame, especially a child that is coming from a humble background? Humble background in Africa, you understand when I say humble background, like when there was no like money, or you are just like managing life, and then this child makes it to fame because of her talent. Sometimes things may not go right. Children may, like this kind of a child may tend to go astray, or like a little bit go off the foundationals or the principles that you set. So how do you bring that child back? How do you guide that child in that kind of fame or the talent? Like right now, social media is everywhere, and children are making it like they are becoming famous, and they are becoming like rich, or they are becoming influencers on social media. Yes, but then it is your role as a parent to bring back the child. Or you have to set the standards that can help the child make it through all this, because from humble background to fame, to meeting all kinds of people in the world and going to different places in the world, that sometimes can be a little bit I'll not say hectic, but it can be a little bit overwhelming. So it is upon you as a mother, as a guardian, whoever you are in the child's life, or whoever managed and raised this child. You need to always have something that she can always rely on when she is in that kind of fame, or she is in that kind of setting, so that she does not fall for good. Yes, I don't want to go to the negative part of the movie. Yeah, it is what it is. If you didn't watch the movie, please go watch it. I'm not going to explain to you exactly what happened. I learned those things and they made so much meaning to me, and I said, why not come and share them with my people on Let's Chat Africa, because this platform is about everything. Like I said, children, money, finances, happiness, travels, name it, migration. We'll bring it to you here on Let's Chat Africa. So the movie is out there. I Wanna Dance. Go watch it. Go learn what made her be the famous person that she was, and how did she get off track. All that is in the movie, but I stand saying I love her. I love the movie, although it made me sad, but I learned that, and it is what it is. I'm not going to go any further. Allow me stop here and say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, watch our videos, share our videos, leave a comment. Did you watch the movie? Have you watched it or not? Did you learn something? If you watched it, what it is that you learned? What is it that you regret in that movie? What made you sad? What excited you? And a tribute to Whitney Houston. I still love her. I enjoy her music, and I still say learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. From Whitney Houston's song. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.